Good morning, folks. Friday. Oh, I love Fridays. Actually, I don't know exactly why, because I don't like the days off. I get bored. But Fridays, all my grandkids sleep over. That's probably why I love Fridays. Because I love those little monsters. I do. Today we are local. We're doing a probably a mile and a half away. There's 2 tanks on the property. As always, a little foggy about it. When I hear 2 tanks, 2 things. One, it's the tank for the home, and if we're not doing an install, it means it's going to be an older tank. It's been put out of commission already, may have a little bit of water in it from condensation. Then the other tank is either a tank that's close by and was replaced by that tank because it was having issues with water, or it's a nicer home and they actually had a tank for their pool. So those are the 2 options this could be. Also means that if it's the pool deal, we've got a long path in to bring 5 tons. So we'll definitely bring the mats. I don't know what product to bring, whether I bring the crushed or the topsoil, so I'm going to put 5 tons in one mason, 5 tons in the other. That's it. Getting some of the answers in for the hoodie challenge. Man, you guys are way off. And the answers you give are like trigonometry. It's one person like gave me the distance between the teeth on the bucket, which just blew me away. It makes me feel a little stupid that if anybody should know a lot about the bucket, it would be me, and I don't know any of that. So kind of impressive, but in the end, way off on those bucket numbers especially. And the guy over here who works with this stuff all day said he was going to win every challenge. Crazy, like 200 buckets he put. That's nuts. There's 54 buckets. I think the closest okay was 89, and there's another gentleman, a customer of ours, I think it's Rich, he's at 85, I think he's, or 65. I don't know, I'm old, I can't remember anything. But Rich and Kay are close on the buckets. So that's all cool. We're having fun with this. I can't get shit for subscribers, but whatever, I guess I'll give up on it and just have fun with you 40 people. It's cool too, right? It's better than not having the 40 people who just say wonderful things about you all the time. Loading up, we'll head out, and we will see you out there. Hopefully everything goes smooth. Well, this is instantly a Friday gone bad. So here's the 1 tank. Very difficult access. Leach fields, septic all there. That's a big hill. Ground's really soft. Another one said wide open on the call sheet. Easy access. And this is all cemented in. And there it is. Very easily get to 26,000 pounds of dirt. From there into there. Yeah, what are you doing with that?
Taking this down, you're coming in there. That's good. Very carefully.
I mean, yeah, it's fun. So based on the access of that other tank and how wet the ground is, and they just had work done to it, now's not a good time to do that project. And I think they're going to change over to an abandonment in place. So today, we're just going to take care of this tank, which is the tank for the home. That other tank was the tank for the pool. So we'll get the metal detector and see exactly how this tank lies. We'll spray paint it so we'd make a perfect cut with the demo saw, because the driveway is getting done over, and we'll use the concrete to backfill that. So I will sit right here. I'll dig, put the overburden over here. We've got to bring the mason dump with the item up first because we're going to block ourselves in when Craig backs up that truck and trailer. Plan your work, work your plan. So on a 550 gallon underground tank, this is the equipment that we'll need to bring to your property. We've got one Mason dump truck with a 20-foot trailer, another Mason dump truck with the product inside of it. We will locate the tank, which is right here. Because it's under asphalt, we will get a demo saw and we'll cut a perfect square to try to minimize the damage to it. But first we'll get a metal detector to see exactly how this tank lies. It either starts here and goes 6 feet, or it starts here and goes 6 feet. We'll mark that out and then we'll begin to cut. All right, so Craig's got the metal detector. We'll see how it's lying. Should drop off quickly here. There you go. So you can tell the end of the tank is here, right there. So because the tank is a 48-inch diameter, we'll go 2 feet to that way, 2 feet there, plus I need a bucket to scoop down when we bend the lid open. So now we'll mark our area out. All right, the next thing we do is we want to stick the tank to determine if it's got any water in it and what the product level is. This is a water detecting paste that you just smear along the bottom. If any water hits it, it turns pink. Plus we get an idea of what the overburden is. In other words, how much cover is over the tank. A little spin, we'll pull it out. I'm gonna say 1.5 inches of water. There you go. That's about 1.5 inches of water. If he turns it around, you can see it's got about 3 inches of product. So, could be condensation, could be a problem. We are going to measure this out and then demo saw a perfect rectangle. Okay, so we set 3 ground protecting mats and then plastic over it. When I dig, the overburden is going to be approximately 5 tons. We're going to stockpile it here, so when I backblade it in, I'm not going to do any damage to the asphalt. So Craig has just asked, come on guys, what's unique about this? So we're going to go over and look and see what he's talking about. What is unique? Oh, about the install?
And no, anything you see here, what do we see 1 out of 100?
What do we see 1 out of 100?
Something's different.
Why is there copper running
Nope.
outside of the tank?
It's like that game where you spot the difference. You know,
What is different?
Mike's not wearing a mask.
Are you talking about Mike?
nope, look in the tank.
Oh, we can't see in the tank. Oh, okay. That tank had some type of diesel additive.
Diesel.
See, Daddy knows. Daddy knows.
Come on, guys.
So it's still, with regards to knowledgeableness, 573,000 to 0. Craig still hasn't gotten me. Next step is tank is cut open, entered, cleaned. We scoop out all the residual sludge and muck and water. And you could tell that product inside there was cloudy, so that means the homeowner put a diesel additive in there. So that means they were having some problems with it. but you can see the water. So we'll completely scoop that out, then we'll scrape it with a scraper, and then we'll dry it with absorbent pads. What do we got?
Scraping.
Ooh. One of the ones where you give absolutely no effort to it.
Yeah, right.
All right, he's scraped all the residual sludge. I don't know, a little weird maybe. Some people consider that satisfying. Okay, Mike is finished now. That tank is completely dry, and now we are ready to remove it. Clearly told us that we can backfill.
There's a pinhole.
Is there?
Yep.
So that tank, you saw it did have a hole in it. It was a tiny pinhole. We took a couple of grabs from the bottom right where that hole was. I got readings from 50 to 80 on the PID. Not a lot of product, not a lot of contamination. So the inspector came by and did her job. There's two ways these tanks fail. They failed based on a hole in the tank or contamination in the void. So it failed on the hole, but because there wasn't a lot of contamination, I took a sample of it, and it's something that's called a site assessment. It still has to be called into the state because it failed one of the two parameters, a hole in the tank. So now there's a spill number. Now you got to remove that spill number with the state. You either do it by doing a soil remediation, you remove all the contaminated soil, then you take your post-excavation samples to prove to the state that it's clean, or in my case, I don't feel there's enough down here to need a soil remediation. I think the samples that I take right now will pass, and the state will consider it a pass. That's called the site assessment. So on behalf of the homeowner, in their best interest, that's what I explained to the inspector. She agreed. So I've taken my post X's, and we're going to run a site assessment to not destroy and have to dig up 10, 20, 30 more tons just to do a soil remediation. So here's one of those deals where karma, just do the right thing for a homeowner. Instead of seeing, obviously there's a bigger job here, we don't need to do that. I'd rather get this done for them, minimize their damage to the property and their wallet. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do here. We took our samples and we'll run a site assessment to close that spill number. How's everybody doing today? Good?
Friday.
Friday, yes. All right, so project's gone smooth now. Because this is a traffic deemed area, we don't use soil, we use an item. It's going to compact much better. It's not going to sink. They're going to have some asphalt work redone here, so that's the perfect base for it. The asphalt guy will be very happy. We're going to finish this up and make it look perfect. We got nice cuts here by Craig. Nice work, Craig. He's already put the shovel down, so I guess he's done. Got a little bit to go here, and we'll show you the final product. Oh, drop. Okay, folks, we are done here. I know, right? Corey's gonna blow all this stuff clean. We are putting the property back the way it was. All the wood was stacked back there. And then the grill was put over there. Corey's gonna blow all this off. Gonna pick up the mats. Reschedule to abandon that other tank in place. We're done here. It's a Friday. Everybody be safe. If you like what you saw, go ahead, don't be afraid. Click, subscribe, we got lots more. That's another fine job by Tank Masters Environmental.